Hey, what's up, everybody? For your fix of fitness, health, life, and laughs, you know where it's at. That's right, it's at the Poecast with your host, yours truly, Adam Pullman. You are listening to the Poecast. This is the show where all of your health, fitness, and nutrition questions are answered by me, your host and coach, Adam Pullman. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about when you should do cardio. Is there an optimal time to do it before workout, after workout, maybe even on days where you're not doing resistance training? What does that look like? So we're going to dive deep into that topic today. So make sure you tune into this episode for more on that. This question was sent in by a listener just like you. So if you are listening to this show, this episode, and you have a question that you would like to have answered, you can send those questions in, or that one question in, whatever it looks like, on Instagram. So my handle is Adam_PullmanFit. That's where you can find me on Instagram. Every single Saturday on my story, you will see a question box that says ask me a question or ask me anything. That is your green light to submit as many health, fitness, and nutrition questions as you would like. And then I'll answer them in short on the story and then in detail here on the show like I am today. So that's how you can go ahead and send in your questions to be answered here on the show. Now, if you've been listening to the show for a while and you want to get more plugged in to what I do at Pullman Fitness, how I help my clients, you want to be a part of a community of like-minded people to share ideas, recipes, get your form checked, all that stuff. We have an awesome private Facebook group. This is a place where we all get together to talk about health, fitness, and nutrition and what you can be doing to improve your health, fitness, and nutrition. This is also a place where I have a lot of my clients that work with me. I give talks in there to help you guys with everything that you're doing in your life. And so if you want to get more on that, you want to look more, you want to find out more about what it looks like to work with me one-on-one to get to your health and fitness goals, that is a great place to do that. So if you want to be a part of that private group, you can go ahead and message me on Instagram or send me an email and just say you want to be a part of that group, and I will send you a link so you can request to join. Lastly, before I get going here, we have a lot of free resources outside of this podcast for you. I've written several guides on many different topics like protein intake, fat loss, muscle building, building better glutes, tons of stuff. So I have written several guides for you on that, and they're all absolutely free. So they're free resources for you. You can download all of those guides at pullmanfitness.com/free. That's POEHLMANN fitness.com/free. Today's question is from Kush.Anna1234, and the question is, which would you recommend me to do cardio after lifting weights or before or on my rest days? So great question. It's a very common question, one that everybody wants to know because there has been controversy as to, whether or not doing cardio beforehand is better for fat loss, after is better for fat loss, on rest days is better for fat loss, whatever that might look like. The big thing that brings people not together, but divides people on this is fat loss. That's why most people are trying to figure out when it's better to do cardio, because they're trying to figure out how to best optimize their fat loss. Now, I actually recommend looking at this completely different. So instead of looking at just strictly fat loss, look at what you want out of your workout. So that's fine if fat loss is your goal, like your big overarching goal, but what is the reason that you're working out? Are you working out to get stronger, to build muscle so you can have a faster metabolism in order to have an easier time losing body fat? Are you working out solely for the sake of burning calories so you can try to lose body fat, which I definitely don't recommend? Are you working out to, what's the point? What's the point of you working out? That's what you have to look at. Now, obviously, I encourage you to utilize your workout time as a time to optimize your body for fat loss, which would look like building strength, building lean muscle in order to have a faster metabolic rate, because when you have a faster metabolism, fat loss is easier. Duh, right? We all know that. So that should be the main intention of the workout if your primary goal is fat loss. Now, how does cardio fit into that? Again, before, after, what the hell? What should we do? First things first, you don't actually have to do cardio to lose body fat. You don't have to. Now, I'm a fan of cardio. I think cardio is great. There's a lot of health benefits, but the thing is, it's not everything that it's made out to be. You can get cardiovascular benefits from weightlifting. You can get cardiovascular benefits from other forms of exercise other than standard cardio like running, riding a bike, jogging, doing the elliptical, the Stairmaster, anything like that. So you can get creative with this stuff. It just doesn't have to be that strict, mundane, boring ass cardio. If you shorten your rest periods while you're weight training, you can get some cardiovascular benefit. Do 12 reps of heavy squats. You're going to get some cardiovascular benefit from that. So I say this I set that up to say this. If you are using cardio as a means to fat loss, that's fine. We just have to figure out how that plays in. If you just strictly enjoy cardio and you want to do it just to do it, go for it. So should we do before, after, or on the rest day? If you're trying to get the most out of your workout by building muscle, getting stronger, all that stuff, I would recommend after or on the day off. Now here's why. In order to set up your body best, your central nervous system best, your muscle best, to get strength, get the most out of the resistance training, the weightlifting workout that you are doing, it makes the most sense to be primed and ready and have the most energy for those activities. It's going to be a disservice to you, or to that goal or intention, I should say, for you to do cardio before that, to deplete your energy stores, and then to go into your resistance training workout and think that you're optimizing that part of it, because you're not. Okay, it would be better to get the most out of your resistance training workout and then do cardio after or on your off day if you want. Now, here's where it's different. If your primary goal is to improve your cardiovascular endurance, is to improve your sprint speed, is to improve your running form, is to improve your mile run pace, improve your marathon pace, whatever that might look like. If that's your primary goal, and you're using resistance training to supplement that, it might be better to do cardio before, because you are able to give most of your energy to the one thing that matters for your big overarching goal. So it really comes down to, what is your main goal? Okay, now if it's fat loss, I recommend, first and foremost, if you're someone that hates cardio and doesn't enjoy doing formal cardio, I recommend just reaching your fat loss goals with as minimal cardio as possible to no cardio. If you're someone that has fat loss goals and enjoys it and wants to do it after your workout or on off days. If you're someone that just wants to get better at cardio, improve your endurance, whatever that might look like, you might want to do it beforehand and or on your off days. Now, I'm just going to continue speaking strictly to the fat loss because I feel like that's what most people are after, especially those of you listening to this episode right now. I've mentioned a couple times that you don't have to use cardio to lose body fat. That doesn't mean that you absolutely shouldn't. Now I'm going to try to help you figure out, what works well for you based on where you're at. The lens that I speak through when I talk about this stuff is helping you set yourself up for long-term success with losing body fat. When I'm looking through this lens and I'm speaking to you, I'm not thinking about you right now. I'm not thinking about you 3 months from now. I'm not thinking about you 6 months from now. I'm thinking about you years from now, a year from now at the least. I'm thinking of a version of yourself that no longer struggles to lose body fat, that no longer struggles to get lean, to stay lean, that can keep body fat off once they lose it and keep it off forever. That's the version of you that I am envisioning. That's the version of you that I am speaking to right now. So remember that. What you have to think about is, what am I going to want to keep up? What am I going to be able to keep up in order to maintain my results after I've reached them? A lot of people don't consider that. They just think, I'm going to go on this diet, I'm going to start this exercise plan, and once I reach my goal, that's awesome, I'm done. Well, no wonder the weight comes back. You start living the life that you did beforehand. No. If you want to lose body fat and you want to keep it off, you're literally going to have to fundamentally change the way you live your life. You're going to have to change your habits, change your routines, change your exercise, change your nutrition for the long term. You don't just get to do 3 months of effort and reap the benefits of years and years and years of staying lean. That's just not how it works. So you have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do long term? Now, as you ask that, you also want to ask yourself, It's all about doing the least to get the most amount of change, which requires patience. So if your goal is to not have to do much in order to keep that body fat off, you want to lose as much body fat as possible, doing as little work as possible. And that comes primarily through resistance training. Because as you increase your metabolic rate, your body naturally burns more calories by simply existing. When you burn more calories automatically, when you have a faster metabolism, you have to do less manual labor, less manual work to burn calories, to set yourself up for fat loss, to keep yourself from gaining body fat. You understand what I'm saying? So resistance training sets you up to do the least amount of work for the most amount of change. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do cardio at all. If you want to do cardio, go for it, but you have to keep this in mind. What signal are you sending to your body? Are you sending a signal to your body to build strength, build muscle, build a faster metabolism? Or are you sending your body a signal to improve its endurance, become more efficient with calories, slow the metabolism down? Now, that doesn't go to say you do 1, 2, 3 cardio sessions that you're going to have a slow metabolism. You just have to think over a long period of time, what am I exposing my body to a majority of the time? Okay, you can absolutely do little to reach your goals by doing 3 days of resistance training, and that's it. You can absolutely do it by 3 days of resistance training, 2 days of cardio, and that's it. But here's the thing. If you want to use resistance training or strength training to set yourself up best for fat loss by doing the least to get the most amount of change, you are going to offset that signal. You're going to offset that result if your cardio work starts to outweigh your strength training or resistance training work. And that's what it would or should look like if someone has that main goal in mind. Like, improving my mile pace is more important to me than fat loss right now. That's when that would be appropriate. But remember, you have to ask yourself, what can I maintain long term? That will help you determine how much cardio you could be doing, how frequently you could be doing it. So you have to kind of figure all that stuff out. So start with resistance training. If you want to incorporate cardio, fine. Totally fine. Do it. I do it here and there. My clients do it here and there. But if your primary goal is fat loss and to utilize resistance training for fat loss, have that cardio be after your workout or on your day off. But keep in mind, as you implement that cardio, just remember to ask yourself, what am I truly asking my body to do here? Is the primary signal increasing my metabolic rate or not? Then you can adjust things from there. Okay? And I also encourage you to just get creative with the cardio. Doesn't have to be going out for a jog. Doesn't have to be, on the Stairmaster. If you enjoy that stuff, by all means, go for it. But you can get some cardio a lot of other ways. Do some kettlebell swings. Do, a set of squats paired with some jump lunges. You can do a lot of different stuff and get creative and have fun with it. All right. So long story short, if your main goal is fat loss, I would encourage you to do it after or on the day off so you can optimize the benefits from your resistance training. If your primary goal is to improve your endurance, I would recommend doing it before or on your days off so you can get the most out of the cardio. Okay? And then supplement with resistance training to keep your joints stable, strong, all that stuff. Okay? Hope that helps in some way. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you know someone that could benefit from listening to this, send it to them, share the love, let them know that this is where they can go to get all of their health, fitness, and nutrition questions answered. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it is over already. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening to the Poecast. Hey, listen in. If you have a health and fitness goal that you are trying to reach, I don't know what else to say other than to say it must be a match made in heaven. If you didn't know already, Pullman Fitness exists to transform the body, mind, and spirit through personal coaching and sustainable fitness plans for any stage of life. So, if you want to reach your goals, build sustainability, and enjoy life all at the same time, you guys got to check out Premier Coaching at Pullman Fitness. From custom-tailored programming to 24/7 access to your personal coach, you'll have everything that you need to succeed. You guys can find out a lot more about Premier Coaching as well as our membership program at pullmanfitness.com. Hey, if you enjoyed the show, share the love by leaving a 5-star review and introducing the Poecast to your friends and family. As always, thank you so much for listening, and until next time, this is the Poecast.